Hi, everybody. My name is Sarah, and this is Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Clean Intermittent Fasting and OMAD. How are you this summer? I'm happy to be back, and for some reason, this took about a half hour to find the little camera thing. It's like I don't touch it. Little gremlins must come in and just mess with the old lady. So I hope everybody's doing fine. It's a dreary day here on Cape Cod, and my food addict would think of nothing more than finding things to eat all day out of boredom. But fortunately, with the clean intermittent fasting and the OMAD, I squeeze it all in, although I have been having an orange and a string cheese after my nap. So I have my, meal, which is not really one meal a day when I have that snack. It just seems to work, and I like it. I don't think I'm fitting in more food by having it. It just kind of breaks it up and kind of fills the day where naughty girl could come in and do something. Many of you have never met me, but I'm a month away from 75, and I've been practicing clean intermittent fasting and OMAD for a few years. When I started this channel, it's had many names. I was Cape Cod Weight Watcher woman for a while there. That's how I started my whole food journey. Actually, I started in Overeaters Anonymous in the 70s, not age 70s, the 1970s. So I've been recognizing and handling my food addiction for 50 years. And we're good friends. Yep. That addict has been with me all this time, and I still weigh what I weighed when I successfully hit maintenance. And so I'm delighted with that. I'm always amazed when the same size continues to fit. It feels like I shouldn't. I know that I've thickened a little over the last couple of years, but I don't beat myself up about it. I realize that I'm almost 75, and it's like, to make it this far and have the clothes still fit, whoever thought, right? That's the blessing of all of this. When I say clean intermittent fasting, what I mean is that during my non-eating hours, if I'm lucky, I'm sleeping for most of it, and if not, sleeping for a good portion of it, and then having only black coffee, strong, dark roast of some sort. I'm having Vienna right now from the Cape Cod Coffee Roasters, and I love their Vienna, and I love their French roast. And I get their beans, and I grind them in my own grinder, and then I do the pour over. Oh no, actually I do the French press. Sorry, I do the French press. So I boil the water in the kettle, and I guess it's just my little routine. I love it. It's what I do in the morning. I drink a lot of water. I have a couple of big glasses of water that I was doing a different way of purifying my water, but now I've got another 0.1, and I find that must be a lot of impurities because I'm changing that filter often. 0 water is going to love me with all the filters I go through. But, it's better. What I don't understand is people that buy the spring water in the plastic bottles that have probably sat in a warehouse overheating in the summer with plastic, surrounded by plastic. I mean, I don't think that's making the spring water healthy or keeping it healthy, but that's just me saying it. So even though the 0 water is initially drips into the plastic container from the filter, I immediately put it in glass jugs that I have. So I drink the plain water and I drink the plain coffee all my waking hours until it's time to feast. And I do like a regular cup of coffee before my OMAD or before my meal. So I come home from work and I make 1 cup of very strong coffee and I add, yes, cream and sugar, light cream and sugar. And it's my treat. And it kind of sets the tone for the meal. I don't feel I overdo it. I still do a smaller plate, a smaller fork, a little paring knife. I eat with my Barbie utensils and have my meal. For example, today I had my usual salad, spring mix, crumbled blue cheese, chopped up red cabbage, roasted chickpeas, a little red onion, a couple of craisins put in there, and I think that's about it. I'm not sure. Oh, sometimes grated carrots, sometimes a handful of the 365 coleslaw that I get at Whole Foods that I love, and my entree. And today, today I had a pizza. I went to the pizza place around the corner that I love, and I got a small pizza that was half for today and half for tomorrow. Kind of a treat. I've been going through some emotional and reality lows in life, the stuff that kind of happens. Didn't go looking for it, didn't ask for it, but there it is. And I've had a few physical problems as well. So I'm just dealing with life on life's terms, and I figure a pizza is a BBC, a better bad choice than some of the things that I could get naughty with. And so it's been a blessing over the last maybe 10 years. I've learned that I am going to have something that I love again in life. So I don't have to eat the whole pizza today. I could eat 4 little pieces and then put the other half away for tomorrow. And that works for me. I hope you found what you have and how you do your food that works for you. And, it can make for crazy times, right? If you're a food addict like me, it's if you're awake, you're thinking of like the next meal, the meal you just had, or you're eating it. And, I love food. I live alone. I'm a widow now. And so I look forward to it. It's my time of, I set the table. I use a cloth napkin. I'm kind of weird that way. I have my Fiesta collection, so I eat on certain little plates. My salad's in a glass bowl, and it broke. Oh my. So I ordered 2. So I've got the backup now. So, that's what we do sometimes. So that's how I handle life. Sometimes I'll make, if it was winter, I would probably make a soup or sometimes a little casserole. I'm learning how to cook for one. I don't need to make a dozen chicken thighs because I live alone. So, I buy smaller packages. Yes, they cost more, but I try not to freeze meat anymore because that just gets me into trouble. I freeze the meat and then I never eat it, and then it gets freezer burned and then I throw it out. So I might as well just, take a couple of 50s and rip them up. I do have a package of Wagyu burgers, and so I do freeze those, and I stack them up right when I open up the freezer door, and so I can grab one of them, and I'll have a Wagyu burger with my salad, and then after that, I'll have like a piece of fruit, or like a little hint, like some cherries, some grapes, some strawberries, a little fruit bowl, as it were. Sometimes I make a cottage cheese treat with the cottage cheese, the berries on top, berries and cherries and grapes on top, and then a little granola. But lately I've been having just the plain bowl with the strawberries, the cherries, the grapes, and blueberries, things like that. I get my organic fruits and veggies at Whole Foods, and I don't know about you, but down here, the organic at Whole Foods, first of all, it's available, and second of all, it is organic and cheaper since Amazon bought it. So thank you very much. I'm still working on it, no lie. This red leaf organic head of lettuce is this big. So I kind of washed it in water and I wrapped it in a couple of towels because one wouldn't wrap around it. It was so big. I mean, that's, a dish towel, a hand towel. It would not wrap around it. So it took 2 towels to do it and then put it in a baggie. And it is absolutely delicious. And it was like $3.99. And it's like a week's worth of red lettuce. I love red leaf lettuce. One of my favorites. With a little of, like I said, the crumbled blue cheese, just a smidgen of red onions. I don't like to, kill myself with it. With the roasted chickpeas. So I open a can of chickpeas, rinse them, put them in the colander and kind of shake them a little bit. Put them in the oven. Just spray with a little coconut oil spray. And then just bake them for a little bit. They're hard, but they're crunchy and good. I like them in my salad. It's just an add-on that adds to. That's how I look at that. And so life goes on. It's been